Welcome. So my name is Sarah, and welcome to Simply Sarah Saves. I've been trying for a couple days to think about how to start this off. So we'll just start at the basics, I suppose. I am 39. I am a mother of 5 beautiful baby ladies. I am a military spouse, and for the past 2 years, I have had a full-time job working overnight. It has been hard, to say the least. I have struggled with being a vampire, as I'm a morning person by nature. And I have quit my job. I thought today we would start with my sinking funds update for the end of April. My husband and I have been cash stuffing and really focusing on that since September. So because of the fact that we have had 2 full incomes, we've been able to make quite a lot of headway. But now our income is literally cut in half. So it is up to me to find a way to survive off of these amounts without digging too deeply into them, as I try and find some gig work and finish up some schooling to be a bookkeeper. So let's go ahead and I guess just get started. This is not very aesthetic. It isn't scripted, but that's what we're going to encounter when we deal with this channel here. I figure it's better to just go ahead and jump in. So I'm hoping this will give you guys a good introduction to what we care about as a family, and we'll just go ahead and check it out. This is going to be illuminating to me because I would really like to see where we are at and what exactly we're working with. So I guess first of all, let's start with our family binder. I do have binders, and we'll go ahead and we'll go from here. So I guess we will set it right here. I have found online and through so many incredible YouTube channels that I've been following for the last 6 months or so, I have found so many incredible freebies on YouTube that people have shared to their Google Drive. I just haven't found one that truly fits exactly what I am trying to do. So I'm hoping along the way that we can go ahead and maybe find something that I can create or something along those lines. So again, please keep in mind that what I have been doing with my paychecks is historically my husband is the one who pays all of the bills. He pays the debt, which we have massive amounts of, which I'll show you eventually. He has paid the 4 walls, he pays the insurance, stuff like that. He pays everything except for things that it takes to run the household. So since I have been working, I have been in charge of buying, providing the groceries, the gas, the household items. So what my paychecks have been is to where I would budget out a set amount for the groceries that it would need to take us for 2 weeks, the gas that it would need to take us for 2 weeks, and then whatever was left, I would be putting into sinking funds and sometimes putting some towards our debt. So, all right. So family fun, I have been saving up because we have a camping trip in July, which we're very excited about. We haven't taken our 3 little ones camping, and so I have been saving up for that. So we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 20, 40, 60, 85. So 485 saved for that so far. And again, I just want to stress that I am hoping to not have to dig into these. We do have a little bit of savings that we've been saving for the past month and a half or so, knowing that I was going to quit. I hope between that and my husband's paychecks that we will be able, that we won't have to go into these, but these are here in case of us needing to. So this next category is the SEFs, which would be special for my husband and I. This does not have a lot in it because it's not something we've been focusing, but we do have 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80. Is that correct? 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80. Next, we have my children. Let me block their names. These are amounts that I have been saving in hopes that I will be able to open up quarterly CDs that I can add to each quarter. I haven't as of yet opened one, but I do have about $200 or so to start my first CD. So as I can, I have 5 children, so as I can, I've been putting aside $25 so that they each have equal amounts into this that I can go ahead and start a CD ladder with. I just haven't gotten to that point, and now that I don't have the extra income, we will see what happens. So we have a vacation seeking fund, which has literally just gotten any little extra that, I don't know, I guess that we've wanted to throw towards it. Right now it has $30. We do have a vacation planned next February of 2025. I have no idea how that's going to be paid for now, but we will see. This is all gonna work out because it must. Working overnight was such a drain on the family. It was a drain on the house. I missed my family. It put so much extraordinary pressure on my husband because he had to essentially be a full-time parent and a full-time employee. And it was just, you guys, when I say it was horrific, I mean it. It was bad. I'm already someone who struggles with mental health, specifically anxiety and depression, and being on that schedule for so long just really beat me down. So beat the family down, beat me down. So I'm hoping that as I get back on this day's schedule, we can go ahead and recover. I haven't been working for about 5 days at this point. And I already mentally feel so much better and feel like I'm already spending so much more quality time with my children and my husband. So I definitely feel like this was the right choice. We're just gonna have to see how we get through it. Okay, so Family Visit is a sinking fund that I have because I have to bring my children, my older children, out to visit me a couple times a year. So this is a sinking fund in which I stuff as much as I can to go ahead and pay for those airline tickets. So as of right now in Family Visit, we have 50, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 200. And that is the end of this binder. Go ahead and get these totaled up. All right. So we have $795 in cash in our family binder. Just keep a total over here. All right. So our next binder we will go ahead and check out is, let's do our holiday binder. Black, white, and gray are my favorite colors, as I am emo to my core. All right, so we have our category for birthdays. My husband just celebrated his 37th birthday. So this money in here is his birthday money. My goal is to always give all of us for our birthdays at least $300. So this is his. He will spend it eventually. 50, 1, 2, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 300. So this is his 300. We will include it in the total because it's sitting here on May 1st, but he's not exactly sure what he wants to spend it on yet. We don't have another family birthday, meaning him and I or the 5 kids, until August, which is my birthday. Hopefully by then we can figure it out so that Mama can go ahead and get her $300. Valentine's Day. This I have been stuffing with each paycheck since Valentine's Day. 20, 30, 40. Each paycheck I have been trying to give it $10 with a goal of 300, I believe, by next February. So right now it has 40. We have Easter, which I have been stuffing since Easter, and I had a little bit remaining. This one is a goal of 300 as well. It's 20, 30, 35, 40. So these envelopes will be are high on the chopping block if in fact I find out that I do need to pull in them to feed the family. We have the fair. That is the fair is a gigantic thing around here. There's not much that happens around here, so the fair happens in July and it is incredibly expensive. I think last year I took $600 and had to still say no to some stuff. The year before I spent about $800 and we were able to experience and do everything that we wanted to do. Now we only go one day. $800 for one day is ridiculous, but in a perfect world I wouldn't go, but seeing as we have 3 little ones here, it's just something we do. So we have 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 3, 5, 10, 15. So I have 315 saved so far. This one was getting about $45 a month. I mean a paycheck, and our goal was 800. I don't know what's happening here, but we will still be going to the fair if we can, but I don't know how it's going to get more money. So, all right, next is back to school. Now, when I figured these amounts out at the end of the year, I had a goal for back to school of $1,500 by the end of July. I have 4 school-age children, 3 here, 1 back home. I know this is a huge amount, $1,500 for back to school, but between school clothes, school shoes, it just seemed a good amount. So in back to school, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 in cash and 100 in our high yield savings account. I don't like to keep these over 500 in the actual cash envelope for safety reasons. And so anything over 500 has been hitting the high yield savings account. So for back to school, we have a total of 600. The good thing about this is if I'm not able to buff it up any further, and by the start of school in August, in a few months, I think in a pinch I can make this work. So this back to school is really one that we're gonna try our hardest not to touch. Okay, we have Halloween, which is probably my favorite holiday. Well, it is my favorite holiday. And probably the only one in here that doesn't give me a little bit of a feeling when I'm saving for it. I love Halloween. We do costumes, we do the pumpkin patch. We spend a ton of money on Halloween. Every year, my husband and I buy a new decoration for every year that we're together. So this will be our 10th year. But for Halloween, my goal was to have $600 by the end of September. And again, these goal amounts actually started in the first paycheck of January. So far we have 150, 70, 190, 215. Not sure if we could make that work, but I guess we can make anything work if we have to. So, and we have some tickets in here for the pumpkin patch, which is in another town. So we usually drive about an hour and a half, 2 hours to the other town. We make lunch out of it, spend the whole day at the pumpkin patch. Ugh, I really love Halloween. All right, so Christmas. This is the one that really gets me. I've never been a fan of Christmas. I'm the Scrooge, I swear. I've never been a fan, but my husband and my children are completely obsessed with it. And we actually had a $4,000 goal for the end of November. All of Christmas has been straight put into the high yield savings. So it is at 500, 700, 900, and 12? 5, 6, 7, 900, and 12. All in the high yield savings account. Okay, so let's total these up. Here comes Sylvanas, our Black Beauty. We have 2 beautiful black cats. Wowzers. So these sinking funds, we have $2,422. So like I was saying, these are up for grabs. All right, so that is our holiday binder. Up next is our high priority binder. This is something that has been evolving as the year has gone on. I've been finding more and more things that I've wanted to put in here. This was originally going to be our month ahead binder. I had planned it out to where we needed my goal was to be a month ahead by the end of the year, which would have been about $5,100. And I had that set out, but now obviously that is switched. This will be the first place we go to grab the month ahead money. Will be the first place we go to grab money if we need it. So we have our pets category in here. My beautiful ladies just had their vet appointment. So this is what is remaining. We have 100, 20, 40, 55. So we have 155 sitting in pets. Next is car maintenance. I had a goal for car maintenance of $1,500 by December 1st, just to have a solid backing. So we have made a huge dent on this. We're still paying for our car. It's in really good shape. And, you know, just in case we needed to use our deductible or anything like that. But so far this year, we have been able to save 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 in cash. And in our high yield savings account, we have 150. So we have 650 in car maintenance. Prefer not to touch that at all. We have our clothing, which I have been saving to pick the 3 little ones here up some summer clothes. I did have more in here, but I just bought their shoes for the summer. So luckily they each only need a few things. So I think this will work for the summer clothes. They just need some shorts and t-shirts. 1, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70. 170, and this probably won't be in here by the end of May. It's finally getting warm here and they're ready to wear their shorts after the brutal 6 months of winter. We have our vision category. This we have literally just emptied out. We had our eye appointments for the creatures that need glasses in this house. One kid needed a full set of glasses, the other one needed new frames, and I need new glasses. So it was at 210, it's a 0. We have dental. This is a newish sinking fund. We are covered. We do have dental insurance through my husband and the military, but we do have to, for the dependents, we have to pay if we, have cavities or need anything extra. So this right now only has 25 in it. We have a hair envelope, which currently has 0 in it. My husband just had his hair done, which has to be done a lot. We have an education sinking fund, which is for me and my bookkeeping courses, which only has $10. This is a newish envelope as well. And now we get to what we have been working on so hard, our month ahead. This has been getting a ton of money. Any extra money that I could find, I was slamming into this. Our first goal for our month ahead plan was to get a month's worth of groceries saved. And so groceries for us, I had been budgeting $1,400 a month, $700 each paycheck. I'm hoping I can cut this down. I know that's it's a gigantic amount of money. It was literally half my income every month that I was making. But this is where we will be grabbing first when we need money. But I am really proud of how far we got in our $1,400 goal. And it's not over yet. We'll get it back up, I have no doubt. As of today, May 1st, we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 cash. And we have 200, 400, and 10. So that is $910 in month ahead. This I will happily use to buy groceries if we find that we need it. Also, earlier I had mentioned that we had started saving a job loss savings. My final paycheck comes in this Friday, so we will have money added to this. For the last month and a half or so, we've just been slamming. We basically essentially quit stuffing our sinking funds, and we've just been slamming money into this in the hopes that we don't have to touch our sinking funds. So in cash for job loss, we'll add more to this later in the week. We have 100, oh, these are sticky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 410, 15, 420, 430, 440, oh that's nice, 460, 470 in cash. Oh, I hope I counted that right. I'm gonna redo it. So many fives in here. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 470 in cash. It's a little over a week's worth of groceries. Okay, so we have 470 in cash, plus I have 400. Yeah, we'll estimate. We'll get better numbers when I budget my paycheck in a couple days. So I'm gonna say about 400 in our main bank account. Okay, so we'll say 870 for job loss. So that is 2 weeks of food and gas and everything. So we're good at least for 2 weeks. All right, so let's see what our total is in our high priority. So we have 2,790. And there are so many left-handers on YouTube. You know, I used to think that we were so rare, but these past few months I've been really noticing just how many left-handers they are. Maybe it's because we're so much more creative. We have to be in the realm. Okay. So right here we have $6,007. Now in my high yield savings account, not including these amounts, we have an emergency fund of $1,615. It's in our high yield savings for our super emergency fund. Oh, I don't even know that I need to count that. I have kids savings. Kids savings of $100. This is what I was telling you that I was hoping to go ahead and get going for a CD ladder. This won't be touched. I'd never touch my kids' money. That's sick. I'll go back to credit cards before that. So that's the high yield savings. So we'll total that here, 1,715. I do have $1,000 in cash put away separate for the emergency fund. And I was watching a video, you know, end of the world, scary stuff video that said for your emergency fund that you hold in cash that you should have lower denominations. So I've been thinking that I'm going to take 200 of that 1,000 and put 100 of it in fives and 100 of it in ones, but I wonder if I should put 200 in fives. Any advice? Do you guys keep lower denominations in your on-hand cash emergency fund? Yeah. So I keep a buffer in my savings accounts. Between two bank accounts, I have $200. Just I like to keep 100 in each of the savings accounts. So we have the two savings accounts that are not the high yields. So that's another 1,200. So let's get our total. Our total end of April sinking funds. I do have, since we started cash stuffing, we stopped doing the sinking funds about a month and a half ago. We started putting all of our ones into our, any ones we have left over when we're spending cash. I've been holding on to, and then we've kind of been randomizing it. We've only done this one time, but into all of our categories: clothing, back to school, the things, birthdays, the categories, Christmas, that I haven't been able to stuff the sinking funds like I was before. These are all amazing challenges from YouTubers that I follow and I adore. When we do our randomizer, I'll go ahead and explain all of these. Oh, Steph's on a budget, one of my favorites. But there's like, I don't know, 50 bucks in here or something. So nothing really that I'm interested in counting right now. Okay, so we have in our sinking fund binders 6,007. My high yield savings, I have 1,715. That's not included in here. For my cash on hand, I have 1,200. Oh shoot, I forgot something in my high yield. I was like, that doesn't look right. In my high yield, we have what I call our rando savings. This is just some money left over from our tax returns that we didn't know what we wanted to put it on, or, you know, just to have it in case we wanted to go ahead and grab it. That is in the amount of $939 right now. This will be probably next up after our 900 month ahead that we touch. Then we'll probably go to holidays, but I don't want to think that far. That's not what's going to happen, okay? So let me redo this maths. Okay, here we go. 2,654. All right. Sorry, I have to use a calculator on my computer because I'm filming with my phone. Family binder, well, no, cash sinking funds, high yield savings account, secret cash. So we have a total of $9,861. Now, this is an incredible amount, you guys. When I started in September of 23, really cash stuffing, I never imagined that I would get to this amount. Had I not quit my job, this of course would just keep growing beautifully. We'd be hitting all of our goals. So I am extremely proud. I did make at my job a good wage. I was bringing in about $3,200 a month, which is now going to be missing after this paycheck on Friday. So I'm worried. I don't want to have to dig into these, but I will. And I do feel some comfort in the fact that in just so very few months, I was able to do this, which lets me know that any amount of money I bring into this family, there's a high chance that we're going to be able to build it again. So this is our channel introduction. Woohoo! I'm hoping it gets better as we go. I'll get more comfortable. I am not an aesthetic person. I don't think we'll ever be aesthetic. I love the simple pen and paper way of doing things. And I'm excited, guys. I'm excited to join this community. I hope I'm received well. If not, that's okay. I'm still sticking around. I'm excited to start this new chapter. It really is. It's a new chapter. I'm going to try and attempt working from home full time. And yeah. So thank you for tuning in. Welcome to Simply Sarah Saves, and follow along to see how badly I have to dig into my sinking funds. I'll catch you turds later.